Start with a little magic.
Add a large measure of hope.
And watch how it helps children in our community.
And welcome to the Magic of Hope, the 2011 ZAC Charity Open. I'm Dave Cotton.
I'm Stephanie Vigil. The ZAC Charity Open is held each year in July, and it's meant to help children's charities in the Inland Northwest.
The 2011 ZAC Charity Open is a weekend event that kicks off with the summer celebration dinner and auction at Northern Quest Resort and Casino.
And then the fun continues the next day with the golf tournament at the Manitou Golf and Country Club and the Spokane Country Club.
This is the 12th annual ZAC Charity Open, and this year the proceeds will benefit the Boys and Girls Clubs of Spokane County, as well as the Rypien Foundation.
The Rypien Foundation was founded by Super Bowl MVP Mark Rypien, who lost his 3-year-old son Andrew to cancer.
The goal of the Rypien Foundation is to provide help
and the magic of hope to families dealing with childhood cancer.
She was diagnosed at 2 months old, and she went through 6 rounds of chemotherapy and then 2 different types of radiation, and she got a bone marrow transplant. Since then, we've been here almost every week. Total of a little over 2 years.
It was a huge shock. I mean, nothing you could say describes what we went through initially.
The first few weeks, you sort of feel like you're in a fog, you know, especially with her. She was 2 months old, and we were like, how can a 2-month-old little baby have cancer?
Your whole world is just, you know, in a state of shock. And the good thing about us is we had resources to go to. We had, you know, patient advocate people telling us, you know, where you need to go next. That was a great relief for Annette and I at the time dealing with Andrew. A lot of families don't have that. The hospital at that time eliminated that position, and we were able to pick that position up, and now they have an opportunity to deal with this. You know, they got somewhere to go, they got someone to talk to, someone to coordinate things.
This place has been amazing. Maddie pretty much considers this home almost.
When Andrew was diagnosed, we did not have a children's hospital here, and we felt the one thing that was essential was putting Andrew in an environment with other kids.
A lot of people would think, you know, they walk in here and everybody would be somber and sad and everything else, and you know, and it's actually sort of the opposite.
I always tell everybody a happy child heals so much faster. I mean, that's the foundation of what we do, is we know that if we ease the stress of the child, they're going to heal faster.
It's a very kid-friendly environment with all the fun things to do, that's for sure.
Well, they don't want to be stuffed into a room. They want to be out pushing, you know, their kid cars around, watching a movie upstairs with the other kids. Out here shooting baskets in the basketball hoop, or just looking through the periscope or raising their flag. You know, those things are great.
I think the environment that they've provided here has, I think, helped her through the rough parts and helped her, you know, keep smiling and having a good time, even though she hasn't felt very well all the time.
Everything that happens, all the different events that we do because of the foundation, it just ease the stress, ease the tension of the staff, because they know the families are being taken care of. You got happy families, you got happy kids, and then happy staff.
When we come back, we'll show you how a new project by the Rypien Foundation will help meet the needs of families who have to travel to seek further treatment for their child.
Hi, this is Irv Zak. I'm with the ZAC Charity Open. This is the 12th year of our event. We're real happy that we get people from all over the nation coming in here and supporting this. But the real good part is that 100% of the funds that we raise stay right here in the Spokane area. Thank you very much for your support.
Thanks, Irv.
Welcome back to the Magic of Hope, the ZAC Charity Open. Today we're at the Sacred Heart Children's Hospital. Many of the play areas at the hospital were provided by the Rypien Foundation, so kids diagnosed with cancer can do just that, be a kid.
A family's whole world changes when their child is diagnosed with cancer. It starts with a journey of treatments and hospital stays. In order to find the best treatment possible, oftentimes they have to travel to keep that hope alive. Caitlin Shin is as busy as any 4-year-old can be when she encounters a room full of toys.
She's special. She's kind of unique. She's what the doctors say. She's in a class of her own.
She's just this little ray of sunshine that everybody knows when she's around.
Diagnosed last fall with neuroblastoma, Caitlin has endured 8 rounds of chemotherapy and a 13-hour surgery to remove a baseball-sized tumor from her abdomen.
Yeah, now it just looks like a normal kid. She just have a short hair.
You know, unfortunately, when Caitlin was diagnosed, she was already in stage 4, which is the furthest progressed type of cancer.
Caitlin's family started traveling to seek out clinical trials to keep hope alive for their daughter.
She has had just multiple trips, not only from here, but to Seattle, from Seattle to Northern California, back to Seattle, back to Spokane. So her and her family have been through quite a bit in their journey of hope, if you will.
Most insurance companies don't cover journeys of hope or travel expenses for families seeking treatment for their child. That's why the Rypien Foundation is working to establish an emergency travel fund for families.
I think this fund is just so critical for these families in this desperate search for hope. And what a relief it is for families when you can go to them and say, yes, we have this airfare that we can provide for you, and yes, we can help you with food and lodging.
Every family wants the best for their child with cancer, and they're willing to go to any lengths, you know, for treatment. But for some families, it's just not physically possible for them to get where they need to be. So I think this would open up a lot of doors for kids.
For the Shin family, hope is a daily decision.
What the doctors prescribed as being the best treatment for what our daughter has didn't work. So we don't know where we're going. Everything seems very suspended.
But that doesn't mean they have to give up hope.
We still have very high hopes for our daughter. And I think the best way for us to maintain hope is to take a day at a time. And every time we see our daughter smile, it's a reassurance, it's a sign of hope. That's how I take it. When things are out of your hands, all you could do is have hope.
The Rypien Foundation will use a portion of the proceeds from the ZAC Charity Open to establish an emergency travel fund. It's to help families who need to travel to seek treatment for their child.
Stay with us to see some highlights of the 2011 ZAC Charity Open.
Hey, I cannot say enough thanks to everyone that supported the 12th annual ZAC Charity Classic. To all our sponsors, especially our title sponsor, Northern Quest, we had a wonderful time, raised a bunch of great monies for 2 great causes. I'm on the executive board for the Boys and Girls Club here in Spokane. What a great cause that is, and then also being a part of the Rypien Foundation and all the things we're doing here in Spokane, up at Sacred Heart for the oncology kids and their families, making their quality of life a lot better. So we're doing what we can do, and we just can't say enough thanks for everyone that came and supported the 12th annual ZAC Charity Classic and all the wonderful things people are doing here in our Spokane community. Thanks again, Spokane. Thanks again for a great event. To all our sponsors and everyone involved, you're the best.
Hi, my name is Steve Rector. I'm the CFO for Kohl's Company and the Secretary-Treasurer for the Rypien Foundation. This event is important not only to me personally because of my relationship with Mark, but I think it's incredibly important to the community as well, just for what it stands for what Mark stands for, and the organizations, Boys and Girls Club, Rypien Foundation, 2 incredible organizations who touch a lot of people. The support of the event is kind of a rallying for the community. Irv Zackheim has done a tremendous job getting people together and rallying behind Mark and the cause. And it's, you know, everybody will have a story about somebody that they know that's been affected by cancer at one time or another. So it's important to get out and support this event and those lives that it touches.
Thanks, Steve. And welcome back to the Magic of Hope, the 2011 ZAC Charity Open.
The summer celebration dinner and auction kicked off the ZAC Charity Open.
It was an evening of fun, entertainment, and raising a lot of money for the Rypien Foundation as well as the Boys and Girls Clubs of Spokane County.
And I know this room is full of 400 people, and a lot of the people in this room do have the ability to give back.
The Boys and Girls Club makes probably about $80,000 tonight, maybe $100,000.
You can see the money going to a person or a family from the local community.
It's a local event, local organization. So you see a lot of people you know. I mean, Spokane is just a wonderful community.
Auction brings several things.
2,000.
First of all, you get people in the mood.
We have some great auction items in at our event this year. Some of the main ones will be going to Alabama with Mark Rypien.
A 9mm white pearl and 19 round brilliant cut diamonds.
The Mark Rypien Redskins jersey.
The opportunity to cut Dave's tie off. I hope you're okay with that.
Sold $500. Haven't you always wanted to do this with stuffing news anchors like myself?
And everyone gets all excited and anxious about getting in the spirit of what they're here for.
Is that 10?
Yes!
$10,000, thank you.
Everybody that always comes to these not only has a good time, but they are very aware of the difference it makes in the community.
To give back, I think, is very important, not only for what it means to those that it affects, but for you individually, it's important to appreciate what you have, and be in a position to give back is very critical.
As the father of a child who has survived the fight versus cancer, my daughter beat leukemia twice. She's a healthy 16-year-old girl now, and I would clear my schedule of anything and use my resource to help this event every year, because it helps families that are going through exactly what my family went through earlier in life.
The great thing that this money is going to help at the Boys and Girls Club is we're really turning up our efforts on the education front, and doing a lot of tutoring and mentoring and trying to help the kids stay in school to be successful in life. So this money will go directly towards our program to help those kids do better in school.
It's always exciting to watch Mark Rypien throw some strikes out into the crowd.
It's always good to see him catch it, and every now and again it's nice to see one go through the mitts. And to drop it, they have to pay double. When I start chucking the ball around the chandeliers and people and the liability part of it, but we've been pretty well. We've only had a few bloody noses and one split open head when a guy fell trying to catch one, so hasn't been too bad. No one's sued anybody yet, though.
This just shows me this is Spokane at its best. We're a generous community. Spokane's big enough that you can have an influence, but it's small enough that you can really care about each other and see that it make a difference. So I think this is our local neighborhood at its best.
We're so fortunate in what we're able to do, and to be able to share that with the community.
It's great to see everyone step out on a Sunday night and give up their time and a lot of times their money and their energy to be part of it.
In a competitive spirit, the human spirit that I think we all have, I think we get an opportunity to do that at an auction. You get everyone together, and it's going to be in an environment that is both for, at the end of the night, a great cause, and that's why you have an auction.
Well, you were a good sport.
Well, yeah, you know, it raised $500, so I was pretty amazed by that. But that third cut, kind of up close to the neck, a little close to the jugular.
Got a little nervous there?
That was a lot of fun, though.
I'm glad you have another tie.
Thank you.
Well, another charity that benefits from the Zach Charity Open is the Boys and Girls Club of Spokane County.
It's really been a great place, safe place for kids to learn and grow and really dream about their future.
For 10 years, it has served our community, connecting kids with a place to cultivate paths for their future.
We're doing our hardest to do our part. We can't be everything to every kid in this community, but we only work on behalf of kids, and we're doing our best to make sure that those kids in the communities where we think we can have the biggest impact, and that we're going to do an outstanding job. And we're going to do our best to utilize the support of the community and be responsible and responsive along the way.
In just a decade, the Boys and Girls Club of Spokane County has become an invaluable resource for parents and children alike. Providing a place where families can affordably count on a productive atmosphere.
It's somewhere that our kids can go, and people that we trust, people that our children trust, somewhere they enjoy being.
It's really great that we have the Boys and Girls Club. I know a lot of people struggle with paying for childcare, getting their kids fed healthy meals and stuff like that. And And a lot of single parents and people like that don't really have the time to teach their kids what's important, you know.
Right now, those sentiments can be shared by the parents of some 4,000 kids this chapter of the club serves. From providing necessities like a hot meal to offering a wide range of programs, highlighted by 5 core areas: the arts, education and career exploration, character and leadership, health and life skills, and of course, sports, fitness, and recreation.
You have a lot of friends here, like you meet new people and become good friends with them.
Donovan and his younger sister Frida feel right at home here. Each has a favorite pastime, but both can agree the vast array of mentors, field trips, and programs make it a memorable place to grow.
As you know, we're here tonight because of hope. I'm here because, thanks to the Boys and Girls Club, my hope became opportunity.
Something Daniel Anderson knows firsthand. His success was celebrated this year at the celebrity auction. A member of Spokane's original Boys and Girls Club class, now he's studying at Eastern Washington, the first in his family to attend college.
But the club showed me that it could become a reality, so I changed my homework habits to become a student with A's and B's, and I spent lots more time with the club staff and volunteers who helped and encouraged me to follow my dreams.
It is a club that provides a place to learn, prepare, and grow, and sustaining its mission of helping our youth oftentimes is dependent on a helping hand in return.
We only charge $10 a year for the kids. That, combined with all membership, doesn't really produce much of a revenue stream. So the Zach Charity Open and the other means by which we generate revenues really fuel the programs on a year-round basis.
The Boys and Girls Club of Spokane County, truly grateful for the generosity that helps keep its doors open for the community it serves.
Proceeds from the Zach Charity Open will help fund the Youth of the Year College Scholarship Program.
It honors teens who have overcome enormous odds and displayed exceptional character.
Stay with us. We have a lot more fun coming from the Zach Charity Open.
Hi, my name is Matt Santangelo. I'm a board member with the Boys and Girls Club. This is our second year being involved with the Zach Charity Open. We're very, very fortunate to have partnership with the Rypien Foundation and the Zach Charity Open because this is one of the premier events in Spokane. It's a wonderful event because there are so many volunteers involved that the vast majority of our sponsorship dollars go directly to the charities, and those charities make a difference right here in our own community in Spokane. And that's one of the things I get so excited about, is because we're making a difference here locally, and the most of the dollars are staying here as well.
Thanks, Matt. Welcome back to the Magic of Hope, the 2011 Zach Charity Open.
All right, now it's time to talk about golf.
The Zach Charity Open also includes a golf tournament at 2 different courses in Spokane, bringing players from across the Northwest and around the country together for one common purpose: to help deliver hope to local children.
Golfers were teeing it up in South Spokane at the Manitou Golf and Country Club, and on the north side at the Spokane Country Club, all to raise funds for kids in our community.
You know, Spokane's a great community. I mean, everyone just comes out in forces and in droves and is very supportive.
That's what's most important, seeing such a great foundation such as the Zach Foundation, bringing all these wonderful people together to give back to 2 great organizations.
It's not about the golf at all. It is truly about the kids. And it's just a fun way to get people together and rally around a good cause.
The bottom line is there's kids in need, and with the economy the way it is, kids don't know from good economy, bad economy. They just need help. Yeah, well, this is our 12th year, and the response has been phenomenal.
12 years ago, Irv came to me and said, you have to put on a golf tournament and you have to raise $10,000. And I said, why don't we just hold the event and tell them how much we raised? And he said, no, we want to raise a minimum of 10, and that started the Zach tournament.
And we had a record-breaking year last year. We're going to break it. this year again.
Since then, we've gone on to raise over $2 million.
So it shows even during a bad economy, when kids' lives are at stake, people are willing to step up and help.
These kind of events are great. I mean, it's fun, obviously, from all the people in the community that you meet and see again and reconnect with. But the charity and the cause is so positive that it can make up for a bad round of golf that I'll probably have in front of me will be made up by the fact that I know it's going to a good cause.
I don't think there are a lot of people that take it too seriously. Everybody's just out here to have a good time and do some good work for the charities.
Seeing the enthusiasm that people have when they're supporting these kind of great organizations, I mean, they're obviously very passionate to the people involved.
We've got over 100 volunteers this year, and we need every one of them. So without them, there is no tournament.
Thank you. It's something that they take out of their normal day and out of their normal time to be a part of. There's a lot of people on property that are very interested in supporting the ZAC Charity Open as a representative of the Kalispel tribe and Northern Quest, because it does mean a lot to them as well to be a part of the community and to be able to give back.
It's phenomenal. This is one of the premier events in Spokane where all of the money just stays right here in our local community and benefits our kids.
From this, and what we can do is bring in some money from some great sponsors, and from that we can get money into the community to help kids battling cancer or in-need kids that they really need our money as well at the Boys and Girls Club.
It just tugs at your heartstrings seeing these kids and the situations that they're facing, either on both sides of these organizations.
Just a wonderful event to come out and support the kids.
Well, that's what makes it all worthwhile, is the fact that we're helping these kids. And when you go over to the Boys and Girls Club or go over to Sacred Heart and see what we're doing firsthand to help these kids and families, it really makes it all worthwhile.
Oh, the day was great. A lot of fun. As a matter of fact, two lucky golfers at Spokane Country Club hit a hole-in-one.
Wow, we need to start hanging out with those guys. Yeah.
Very lucky.
Yeah, take some lessons from them. Well, thanks so much for joining us for the Magic of Hope, the 2011 ZAC Charity Open.
And thanks to the 600-plus people and more than 115 volunteers who participated in the 12th annual ZAC Charity Open.
All to raise more than $435,000 to benefit so many children and families here in the Inland Northwest.